Okay, another high-end skill is to be able to make a cumulative frequency diagram, which allows you to also graphically represent the statistics of these house prices. From these charts, you can pick out the medians, the quartiles and the quartile ranges, etc., as well as the way we've done it previously. So you should include these charts in your report for good marks. So the first thing you're going to do when you come to this last tab on here is we need to get the prices into here. So you'll find them on a number of different sheets. Right at the start, we've got them there. Make sure they're sorted in order, okay, because it's going to make it much easier for you if you haven't done that. Okay, so I'm just going to copy, Command Control C on copying that. I'm going to go back to my end sheet here, cumulative frequency, and I'm going to edit, pay special, values only, and they're there. Make sure they're sorted. If they're not, you highlight data and sort range, and we've got column B, so you'd want column B, push sort, and they go in that order there. So what we're going to do now is create, these are called bins, okay, where we're going to place the frequency that they actually occur in. So the first, you always start on naught, okay? So you put that in first, or naught there. And then the next upper range is going to be, it's not going to be 100 or 200 because we haven't got any data that's lower than 390. So my first range is I'm going to do 400. And then you just have to work how many house prices are there up to 400. Okay, so we've got 2. It includes the 400 this time, okay? So there's 2. So I can highlight there, 2 down there, place them in. So there are obviously no houses up to 0, and there are 2 houses up to the value of 400. And then I think I'm gonna go. I don't want to do it by 100; it'll be too many. I'm going to increase the values by £200. Now this is your choice when you do this, and it'll depend on the data that you've got. If you need to make more room, okay, you can just click Insert Row and try and push things down a little bit or work around them that way. So now how many houses are there from 0 to 600? So highlight there, we've got 3. How many houses now are there from 0 to 800? So we always start at the beginning, go up to 800. We've got 6. See down the bottom there, 6. Okay, up to 1,000, we've got 9. Up to 1,200, we've got, remember to include them as well, 14. So up to 1,400, we've got 15. Up to 1,600, we've got 18. And the whole lot, in naught to a whole range of data, is 20. You should always end up with, in the last one, with the number that you've got in the whole data set there. Okay, so then to work out the percentage, we say there's 2 out of 20. Okay, that's the percentage. So we can say equals 2 divided by, you could say that cell there. If you say that cell there, see it says E16, you have to push F4 on your keyboard to put those little signs around it to work. F4, okay, on the Chromebook that you'd need to do that, and push enter. You can then drag them down, and you'll get those to come there like that. Now I've made a little bit of a mistake there. Instead of saying 2, I should have said that cell there, E9. Okay, and then drag down. Okay, I'll do that again. Confusion. You do equals that cell there divided by the 20, which is down here, but you must push F4 to get the dollar signs around it like that. You can then drag down here, and it should accumulate to 100%. If it doesn't, something's gone wrong, go back and try again. I want to take the decimal points off, so I'm going to highlight that and remove the decimal points there. Okay, now I've done those calculations. I'm just going to copy and paste this here, the upper limit. So copy that and Control C and paste special values those in there, and the same here, copy that, Command C, and paste values in there. Okay, if it loses its the percentage, you can just go back up here and do that. Sometimes it does go as back to a decimal number instead of a percentage. Now you're ready to make the cumulative frequency chart. So you highlight the data. Again, don't pick those up there, you don't need to do that. This table here, insert chart, okay? It's going to try and guess what you want, okay? So you need to go to that drop down list, and you want to go to either this one or this one. So you've got that one there. I would probably prefer that one there if I was doing it. So you've got that there. You can resize that. Best thing to do then, you need to alter and manipulate these, a bit like we did before. Would recommend you place the series elsewhere, because on the right hand side there's a little bit in the way, and it can cause problems. Okay, the legend, sorry. So you move that position right. I'm going to move to the bottom. See, it gives it a little bit more space. Things like for these diagrams, you're going to want to put some grid lines on. So you can pop major and minor grid lines on. That's the vertical, horizontal. We'll do 10, and you get those grid lines on there. You've got your chart style, your background color. You know, you can manipulate it to fit how you want these things to look, okay, with the different colors and so on. And the heading, you want to have, you know, cumulative frequency for Manchester in the top there, so we know what's going on. I'll type it right in a minute. There we go. You've got your bolds, centers, your fonts, all that sort of stuff there. Same here, same there. You can, on the lines, you can do things like you can pop points on. See the little points that pop up there, and you've got different shapes that you could use. They can be bigger or small depending on what you want to do. When you hover over, it gives you those values there. So for example, the median, you can work the median price out roughly from this. You go up to 50%, you cut across there, and you hit, so it's kind of sort of 1,000, you know, and 50 or something in there. If you want to alter this line here, you can go to the horizontal axis there, and you can do min value. If you put the lowest value, which is 0, and the highest value, which I think was 1800, in there, you'll get, you know, these manipulated and changed, and you can play around with them, different settings to get these things right, if you so wish. Okay. And there you have your cumulative frequency chart for Manchester. You could do the same then for Cardiff. So you'd paste in the, you know, you can remake this. The quickest way to do this would be to duplicate this sheet here. Okay, so it's going to make another sheet, copy there. Basically, if I don't touch any of your formulas or anything else, okay, for the time being, you would paste the prices in for Cardiff. So let's go and have a look at those. So we'll get the Cardiff prices from here. So I'm going to copy those, go back to this one that I've just copied. Okay, I'm going to get rid of those. Paste special, paste values. Then now you're going to have to, don't delete the chart, you're going to have to make the decision again now. So we've got 0 to 400, so I would change that to 500 in there. And if we look, we go up to 1,000, so I might as well just go by hundreds now, up to 1,000. Okay, I don't need those anymore in there. So I'm going to delete all of these out of here. So up to 0, we have nothing. So how many up to 500? Well, we've got 1 up to 500. How many up to 600? We've got 8 to 600. How many have we got to 700? We've got 14. to 800, we've got 18, and then it's going to be, I think, 19 up to 900, yeah, and then 20 for the whole lot. Oops. And so we've got 20 to there. So we've got these, so we can do equals that divided by that. Remember, you have to push F4 to get these little dollar signs to go around them. That will enable you to drag it down to get the full amount. And then hopefully, with a bit of luck, let me move this out the way again, it's getting in the way a little bit. If I delete this out of here and copy the new data, into there, we've got this. Now it's a bit off the things because we've got a different scale here. So if we go back onto our there and make that 1,000, here we go. We've got a sort of a strange old, you've got nothing much in there, and then it obviously peaks up here. So our median value is over here. So there's a big jump from 0 to 500 in there. There's lower amounts. I mean, I could have made it a little bit different on those scales, but that's fine. And I would change this then here to Cardiff. Spend a little time making it look like I wanted to. I've now got 2 charts to analyse and discuss in my report on comparing the house prices of Manchester and Cardiff. Okay, this is enough statistical information for you to do a really good job of displaying this in a report. Okay, so the last tutorial will discuss how to do that. Make sure you really do look at the exemplar given and how you use this sort of data now to produce your financial literacy report.